Hi everyone and welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today for this video we're going to do another game review of Vampire Therapist. Thank you again to Streamers Connected for providing us a Steam key. We are so grateful and I'm very excited to try out this game. So here we go. Alright, I'm so excited to start this, and here we go for Vampire Therapist new game. Alright, so Vampire Therapist explores or touches on sensitive topics such as war, abuse, addiction, sexual oppression, suicide, ideation, religion, and of course death. These may be uncomfortable or upsetting for some readers. We recommend that readers with a history of trauma related to any of these topics approach this game with caution. Naturally, a game about vampires will also involve blood and sexual themes. Strong language is also present. Vampire Therapist was also developed in consultation with licensed therapists, but should not be considered a substitute for therapy unless you're a vampire. So I will also add a trigger warning in the description as well.
Sam Walls, and I'm a dead man. Well, kind of dead at least. See, I'm a vampire.
Ooh.
Now,
Who doesn't love
that
vampires?
means all that 𝒮𝓾𝓀𝑒𝒶𝓈𝒸𝓾𝒾𝷖, like hissing, wearing skin-tight leather, and hunting mortals for sport. I wouldn't blame you one bit. That's exactly the sort of thing I did in my younger years with my former gang. And let me tell you, a vampire who's good with a gun can be a real terror. I got lucky though. I met some kind mortals who saw beyond my fangs, taught me my letters, and showed me how my thinking was keeping me from finding any kind of peace.
Interesting. He became friends with like humans
After
or
they
mortals?
passed on, I roamed America's majestic wilderness for nigh on 90 years, figuring out myself and what it means to be a vampire. And I found revelation. What I realized was, it ain't fangs that make us monsters. It's the self-defeating ways we think. Anywho, as the world started getting smaller, my old vampire gang tracked me down. But them being my kin, I wanted to help them see the world like I did. But they still have the same monster mindset I used to have. Good thing I'm a quick draw.
Dang. So he fought them? His
I got
gang?
hooked up with this newfangled internet thing and found a vampire who's helping my kin find their way. Fella named 𝒮𝓃𝓀𝑒𝒶𝓈𝑒, supposed to be 3,000 years old.
3,000 years old?
He invited me to come out to Europe to learn from him. I figure someone older than time has got to have the answers.
Me and my PC 1989.
I'm going
That's
on
cute.
a trip, I guess. This feels like my opportunity to do some good in the world. I've been looking, and now it's time to give back. Vampires ain't monsters. Or at least, they don't have to be. And come hell or high water, I'm gonna prove it to them.
Oh, so is he the therapist? I'm curious. It looks like he is, but I'm not sure yet. So... Dang, this music. Leipzig 2024. Oh, it says in the background.
This is the address. Number 27, clean flitter mouse.
I couldn't say it either. I think Sam's struggling like us.
Sure is a hell of a lot of ruckus for this time of night. People stay up late. Wait a minute. These folk are... guten Abend, folks. Sprechen Sie English?
Ja, hello, Alta. Are you here to party with us at the hottest club?
Tell them you're here to party. Ask them about the dress code. Ask about Andrew Machos. Ask about the club.
I can cut loose. What kind of party is this?
The kind where we dance all night.
And get sexy. Oh my.
Oh, here are them kind of vampire.
Ach so, there are better things to suck than blood, oder?
Although we have to get past the bouncer first. If we do not, I'm thinking our night is ruined.
Oh, wait a sec. There's something about what she just said. I can feel it. It reminds me of one of my revelations about the funny patterns. Well, let's see. One type of thinking I noticed I called hot branding. That's when we brand ourselves with names we can't get rid of.
Hot branding.
There's high noon mind. That's when we treat a situation like it's a do or die showdown.
High noon mind.
And there's saloon thinking. That's when we act either helpless or invincible, like we've just drunk a pint of moonshine.
Interesting.
I can always check my journal if I need examples. I kept all my notes. I think I know which one of them funny ways they're thinking in, though. Hold on, compadres. You seem like...
I don't want to have my own fun. Immernacht is the only place to be on Friday night.
Oh, high noon mind?
Amigos, you're putting too much weight on this thing. It's a nightclub, not a high noon.
Reinhardt, I don't know what this means, but I like the way the sex
You make us think that maybe it is better we haven't gotten into the club.
Hey, if meeting me makes your night better, I'm glad we met. I really gotta find 𝒮𝓃𝓀𝑒𝒶𝓈𝑒.
You have to get past the bouncer. He decides who gets
And he
in
doesn't look our way
and
all
who
night.
doesn't. And he hasn't looked our way all night.
Maybe I'll have a little word with him. Excuse me, friend.
Oh my, he looks
I
scary.
ain't the man to talk to around these parts. I'm here to see 𝒁𝒾𝓀𝑒𝒶.
Have fun, mate.
Hey, thanks, amigo. You have your...
Cowboy, what about her?
Bring them joy, dash their hopes.
Yeah, sure, they're for...
Have fun, mate.
Well, come on, you two. We ain't got...
Dang.
Dang, awful loud in here.
Club music! No, I'm just kidding.
Come on, my liver, dance with
Oh, you kids have fun. I'll catch up with Tarnation. I'd rather hear a gopher giving birth than this. I better talk to whoever's slinging drinks in this.
This is funny.
They ought to know where 𝒁𝒾𝓀𝑒𝒶 is. But pardon me, ma'am.
Well, well, look at you. We get a lot of 80s fashion in here, but what can I get you, cowboy? The special
I never drink.
Red Bull.
I'm actually looking for the owner.
might be. What do you...
Sam Walls begging your...
Sam, I don't think I know anything about a Sam Walls. After all,
Now why she gotta say she's a know-nothing? It gets my goat when vampires brand themselves like that.
Saloon thinking?
Well, hold on. Would you just...
I said I don't know any Sam Walls. I'm just a know-nothing bartender.
Hot branding? Do not read. Reward if found. Cognitive distortions. Just can't see it. So, okay, sometimes things seem black and white. Win or lose. So a big showdown. It can feel like we've only... So that's high noon. Right? High noon. So have a habit either feeling responsive or soul control. Every time we look at ourselves, we'll keep seeing those names. That do no good. Okay, I think that would be a high noon. I think.
She's branding herself a know-nothing. What I call the... hold on. Would you...
I said I don't know...
She's branding herself a... hold on.
I said I don't know any...
She's branding
Oh,
herself...
so
hold
I'm
on.
I
wrong.
said I don't...
From where I'm standing, I see someone with style and confidence.
Oh.
Not just a drink.
Don't you go worrying about me, cowboy. The man upstairs warned me. I was just...
This is gonna take a little bit of practice.
Let me give you something from our...
Well, thank you kindly, ma'am. I was wondering where the blood was. I met some vampires outside.
You met some gods, honey. They're here.
So all these people are mortals?
How do you think the head vampire gets his blood? They can't wait to share it with him. It's a special experience.
Scary.
He's the only real vampire here.
Bert?
You met him already. Bert? This one's here to see the big guy.
Have fun, mate.
Good luck up there, cowboy.
So everyone partying as mortals? Whoa. And then they give blood? That's kind of spooky. I don't know if they knew already, but...
Howdy. It's Sam Walls to see you, sir. The guy who's been sending you all them...
Yes, I know who you are, Samuel Walls. You have come here because you believe you can help our king. The question is, are you first able to help yourself?
I can help
I've
myself.
been fixing myself for more than a century now. I don't think I need...
Then you must prepare to learn that we all need help.
Ooh, he's
Sam.
handsome.
I am pleased that you have come to receive mine.
I like his name too. 𝒁𝒾𝓀𝑒𝒶.
And you scared the heck...
You must allow an ancient vampire his games. He will play it, please. Sit down. What an absolute pleasure it is to meet you at last. I found your messages most intriguing.
Afraid there ain't much here in the way of intrigue. I'm just a lonesome cowboy looking for answers.
You know, I receive emails every day from vampires seeking my help. You are the very first to seek my aid in helping others. This alone makes you intrigued.
Well, dang. I think you're gonna be sorely disappointed when you get to talking to me. I'm just honored you're giving me the time of night.
I have unlimited time, Samuel. I am pleased to share some of it with you. Our kind can be rather set in their ways. It is inspiring to see someone so young and eager to...
Yeah, well, I wasn't much for learning when I was alive. Just making up for lost time, I guess.
It sounds as though you have been handling your own life better than most. I was particularly intrigued by these revelations you had while walking in nature.
Revelations. Jeez, can't speak English half the
yeah,
time.
damn. Well, I give walking the credit. Nothing sorts my thoughts out better. After a few decades, I started seeing patterns in the way we vampires think.
Can you explain some of these patterns?
I've tried to explain them to other vampires, but it ain't never gone well. I can try, though. See, we tend to assume certain things just because we've been believing them since we were alive. Or we decide the world's against us just because we're hungry or tired or something. And when we start tackling problems that ain't real, we ain't fixing our real problems.
True.
That makes
Fascinating, Samuel. These revelations that you had in the woods, mortal psychologists have a term for them. They are called cognitive distortion.
Cognitive whoozy what?
Cognitive distortions. They are exactly as you described them. I will explain in a moment. Please, tell me about these specific revelations
Explain
you have.
high noon mind. I like this
Well,
one a lot.
I noticed how we stress ourselves out by making everything a battle of do or die absolutes. High noon mind, I call it. Like that feeling you get right.
I must confess I have no experience with this feeling. I engaged in Mortal Kombat long before, but the sentiment you describe mirrors the words of my old
He says
friend
it magnitude life's
Marky
challenges.
Aurelius. He used to say that the magnitude of life's challenges often turn us into our worst.
You mean Marcus Aurelius? The Roman...
Of course, his name was Marcus. Marky was a bedroom name.
Bedroom
You
name.
mean you and the Emperor?
It was ancient Rome. Penetration was similar to a handshake. My
Interesting.
apologies. I somehow forgot you were American. But let's discuss this high noon mind. I believe we can broaden your definition.
Oh my gosh.
Mortal psychologists
That was crazy.
call this phenomenon of binary thought polarized thinking, but I like to call it Nosferatu thinking.
Nosferatu thing.
It means you are thinking in blood.
I get it.
I believe it encompasses the breadth of the distortion. One is not flatly weak or strong, good or evil, smart or stupid, a success or a failure. The truth is far more complex and colorful. Not every high noon gunfight ends in oblivion.
But yeah, that's true. Getting shot still ain't fun, but it ain't...
A perfect example, Samuel. Now, I will give you a series of statements.
Oh.
One of them will contain Nosferatu thinking. If I do not drink blood, I will surely die.
That is.
Is that Nosferatu thinking?
No, Samuel. In this case, I am not arguing with reality.
Oh.
If we do not drink blood, we die. This is a fact of being a vampire. Let us continue. Death eventually comes for us all.
Okay, death comes for us all. Wow, this is very. I feel like it's very in depth with thinking, and my brain takes a little bit. So let's see here. I can't just see it. This was Nosferatu thinking. So black and white. Ignore the in between.
Well, that sounds like Nosferatu.
Although this thinking is binary, it is also true.
Okay.
And that has already come for us, my friend. Please, let us try. Mortals will always fear our kind.
Mortals will always fear our kind. Hot branding? Is that hot
We are
branding?
only trying to identify Nosferatu thinking right now. Mortals will always...
That's Nosferatu thinking right there. I've met...
Very good, Samuel. And even if you hadn't...
Dang,
to
I
say
stink at
mortals
this.
will always fear us ends any hope that they might always is such a terminal word. Would you like to discuss more of your revelations with me?
Explain.
I realize that as vampires, we can get the feeling it's kind of like the fella you see in the saloon at the bottom of a bottle of whiskey. Either he thinks he can fight everyone, or he's crying into them last drops because he thinks it's saloon thinking.
A fascinating observation, Samuel. Your saloon thinking was described in my time as the battle between...
Oh man, it make me wish I'd gotten some strolling.
You live forever, my friend.
You live forever. True, or vampires.
What you have identified is a phenomenon where individuals...
Delusion or
perceive
lack of
either
control.
belief.
Saloon.
Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon rarely do we have complete power over our situations or no power at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. I used to think I'd never get away from my game. Maybe that's what made...
Yes, you see how cognitive distortions, of course. I am so old and powerful that I am always in control.
You're testing me, ain't you?
Well done, Samuel. I am indeed very Of course, as you expertly pointed out with your analogy about the man, listen to my next few statements and try to find a control fallacy.
Simply let me continue if you do not
Simply
detect
let me
one.
continue if you do not detect one. The sun will eventually burn out. I will roam a cold, dead earth.
Well, that sounds like one of them control...
I applaud your optimism and ambition, Samuel, but my
Oh.
kitty cat died. I shall be...
I'm sorry about your sweet kitty, but...
It was just an example, Samuel. Well spotted. But I do speak from experience. I felt this way once when a pharaoh I was dating had our cat mummified.
Oh my gosh.
I went into a murderous depression that nearly decimated the continent. But I had the power to help myself all along by adopting a new friend.
Oh, dang, don't let me get...
I doubt you shall see it, Samuel. Did you have more revelations?
See, I used to be in a gang. They were my whole existence. If you asked me who I was, I would have said, I'm a murdering bastard.
That's why I'd be scared of Sam
Once I
too.
got away, I realized how small-minded that was. My old gang's still around, and they're still branding themselves like that. They can't see themselves as anything but killers.
Very astute, Samuel. I favor the clinical term,
Labeling.
however. You correctly discovered that labeling is a reductive act. When we call ourselves names, even if we find them accurate, we create prophecies. For millennia, I thought of myself as a killer. It was not untrue that killing was how I made my way in the world, but with this label, I limited myself for ages. I did not only kill people, I also killed potential aspirations I might have had.
Oh.
See whether you can catch me doing some. I am so old, I am ancient.
That's labeling.
Oh, come on. I know you've been kicking her.
But according to definition, I am a.
Well,
The secret is moisturizing. Call me whatever you like, but don't call me late for dinner. How shall I describe myself?
well, that's about as clear a labeling as it gets. Yeah, we vampires tend to do a lot of killing, but reducing ourselves to killers ain't...
Excellent, Samuel. You are correct. Labels can be cages that...
Yeah, I did the same thing. Sam,
Those are not how I would describe this. Did you have more revelation?
I think that's all of them. Or at least the one...
That you recognize the concept of cognitive distortions at all is most impressive, Samuel. What took me nearly 3 millennia to understand took you merely 2 centuries.
Oh, come on. You're just flattering me. I'm just a dope...
Are you now? Tell me, Samuel, what kind of cognitive distortion are you exhibiting when you call yourself a dope?
Yeah, I'm doing some labeling.
As long as we retain any humanity, we will have cognitive distortions. As long as we can recognize cognitive distortions, we can address our real
Sounds like real
challenges.
life, friend. Sounds like real life.
One cannot drink blood from a straw man.
I ain't never heard that one.
If it helps solidify the concept in your mind, then I am well set. I know you came to learn from me, so I will do my best to honor your good intentions. Let us ensure that you understand the concepts. I will give you a series of statements, and each one will contain a cognitive distortion for you to identify. If I invite over my vampire friends, I know I'm going to have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night.
Well, that ain't right. He's acting powerless, like a man clinging to the whiskey bottle.
If I invite over my vampire friends, I know I'm going to have to
Well, there's a control fallacy, sir. You're acting like you...
or express concern to my friends that they have...
Toilet trained.
I am 𝒁𝒊𝒂𝓁, the ancient.
Well, that's definitely something...
You are not wrong. Those names followed. If my club's revenues do not significantly
That there's got to be nosferatu thinking. There's a huge space...
Indeed, you are correct. I run my club at a considerable loss, but 3,000 years of banking interest means that
Dang,
money is
he
not
rich.
important to me anyway. Samuel, now I am not only intrigued by you, but also impressed. I would very much like to...
Anything.
You must receive therapy yourself. I will not have you seeing clients without a commitment to your own...
Oh, now, hold on just a minute. I don't know that I need therapy.
Samuel, we all need therapy to live in this world. You have been speaking in cognitive distortions since the moment...
I have.
They are most insidious. But I am... You have walked alone for too long, Samuel. Allow...
Well, all right, if you say so.
We have all the time in the world, Samuel. But for now, you must...
Okay, then.
You don't have to call me sir, you know.
All right, then. 𝒁𝒊𝒂𝓁𝑒.
Andro...
Hey, 𝒁𝒊𝒂𝓁𝑒.
Just call me Anne.
All right, Andy. I'll see you tomorrow, then.
Okay, interesting. I like that. I like where this is going and to see what's gonna happen next.
Dang. Look at all them mortals.
I am thirsty.
Pumping. I am thirsty. Or maybe I'll see if the bartender's got anything for me.
If it isn't Clint Eastwood again,
Seems I'll be sticking around.
good to hear. About time someone helped Andy with his work. Seems you've
Name's
verified-
Crimson.
Fine meeting you, Crimson.
Pillow talk. I'm his blood partner.
No shit. How's a mortal get hooked up with an ancient vampire?
I'm a rock climber. I stumbled into one of his lairs in Madagascar, found a cave while climbing a mountain, and there he was, naked in a hot tub.
Oh my.
Dang.
You ain't kidding, cowboy. Didn't expect a luxury apartment with a gorgeous naked vampire. We hit it off, and he asked me to come back here with him. I like an adventure, so I said, what the hell? I'll date the gorgeous Dracula.
I mean, don't get her wrong. He is pretty hot.
Blood's running hot on the dance floor.
There ain't no way I'm dancing. There's gotta be a better way to get some for...
Reinhard, look.
You should buy us a drink, old guy. You'll probably get lucky. Actually, you...
Pleasures of the flesh ain't exact...
That's because you haven't experienced these pleasures with us yet. Buy us a drink and you will discover.
Tell them
great
they're not your type.
satisfaction
Tell them
by
alcohol's
us.
bad for them. Tell them you don't have the money. Tell them they're not your type. Tell them alcohol is better. Tell them you don't have the money. Tell them they can support themselves. I don't have the money.
I ain't buying you a drink.
I like American money. All we have on our money are buildings. You have housed the sexy old.
Interesting.
All right, how about which of them old men?
I like Hamilton.
Hamilton?
There is a dollar coins that has Eisenhower.
Oh, you are right. Eisenhower is, how do you Americans say?
A snack? Yeah, I guess if people are pretty hot, we'd say, yeah, they're a snack. That's funny. This game is funny. I like it. I like the humor in here.
You like older men. I ain't buying you a drink.
This is-
Are you making a joke?
we had a
It's
bar.
okay. He's just trying to be
Aren't you?
protective. Aren't you, Opa?
Opa?
You know, I think the drinks here ain't strong enough for you two. I ain't buying you a drink.
Mein Lieber, don't worry about us. We just like to feel special. We have lucrative jobs
In IT? Okay.
Well, maybe you can help me.
This is my printer died.
Please, but get a laser printer.
Well, thanks for the tip. That ink seems to be more valuable than blood. I ain't buying you.
Oh, we don't want to marry you.
You kids are too. Oh, these kids just ain't gonna leave me alone.
Buy them a drink.
Stop teasing the cowboy. They're just messing with you. Drinks are free.
Dang, really? Ain't never been to a saloon with free hooch.
Who free hooch?
Drink exchange.
Huh. So everyone here knows they might be sharing blood.
Only as long as there's consent. We like to. Why don't you take Reinhard and Maxie here back to the kink room? You're not in Kansas anymore, cowboy. We are not afraid of sex here.
Oh my. Okay, well.
I'm from Missouri.
Nobody has to do anything they don't want to do in there. Just have
Interesting,
fun,
friends.
drink
Close
and
your eyes.
I'm sure I'll be seeing plenty of you. Maxie, Reinhard.
Ach so, ein Vampir.
My neck scrubs with anticipation.
Oh my.
Guess I'm going to a kink.
I knew a man who wore this much leather couldn't be.
Yeah, well,
Is that what we are doing now? Give me.
I really ain't in Missouri no more. Look,
Oh, your teeth look perfect.
that's the plan.
Oh, me.
Well, step right on up.
Bite the veins? How the heck do you...
Maxie, I think this.
I ain't a virgin.
Don't worry, mein Dunkelsüß. I'll be gentle. Maxie,
I ain't a virgin.
don't worry, mein Dunkelsüß.
I'm confused.
I'll
Am
be
I...
gentle.
Am I doing this wrong?
Oh, das hat.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Oh my. We just bite people
Is it
here?
my turn?
Sure thing. Come on over. I swear you move.
I didn't, Opa. I'm being a good girl.
Oh my, y'all. This is crazy.
Try again, 𝒮𝓁𝑒𝒶𝓈𝑒.
I'm hotter under the
Yeah, I'll try to
collar.
remember that.
How do you...
Nicht ma-
Shucks, my aim's off tonight.
Where do I do it?
Oh, Reinhard. So hot.
Dang, we drank
vampire
fresh
wore me
blood.
out.
Me too, Maxie.
Reinhard.
I will get us a taxi cab option.
Oh, yeah, sure thing, Phil.
Oh my gosh.
Now that I've had something to drink, I should probably get to my coffin.
They just suck each other's blood here at this club?
Wait a moment. I see you.
Yeah, I figure I could use some shut-eye. I locked up.
He's going to the
Strange
coffin.
sector. Please, you can use my.
Guess I got a big night tomorrow.
Wonderful. Please, follow me.
Well, dang. This is mighty plush. Let's see what's on TV. Hey, I remember.
Oh, look at the TV!
We were so proud to find. Not sure I should stay up watching. Well, ain't much else to do in here. I think it's about time I hit the hay. Hope I'm cut out for all this.
That was Vampire Therapist. If you guys want to check out the game, I'm going to be posting it in the description. Overall, I really, really like the game. It's very enjoyable. It definitely caught me off guard with a lot of like the adult stuff. But again, I will be probably continuing to play it and maybe I'll post additional videos. But overall, I really, really like it. If you guys want to check it out, again, I'll post in the description. Thank you again so much for watching. Overall, it was very, very enjoyable. And yeah, thank you again so much to Streamers Connected for the game. And I will see you all in the next video. Thank you again for watching. Bye, friends.